shout out to my first experience having someone see me talking to myself in the car. That feels good to be out here doing stuff for myself. Also, it's still very funny because I have no idea where to look. But boom, I have been on this journey of working on boundaries, working on dark feminine energy, just continuing to stand up for myself, speak up for myself, and prioritize what I have going on and what I need to do in my life. And today I'm having an excellent day. I took time to listen to some worship music. I did yoga. I cooked breakfast. And as I'm doing this, I'm just in the state of like flowing and being mind completely cleared. I have this idea to make this creative video after work. And I go out looking for a tripod this morning to execute the idea. I didn't find a tripod, so I figured I'd come up with a creative way to do it. I go to work and I'm just thinking about the idea I'm thinking. And one of my friends, they're like, oh, can we hang out for like 30 minutes? I have something to say. And I'm like, 30 minutes? I can squeeze 30 minutes into my schedule. And I already have, I'm already leaving work at 6 or 7 p.m. I know I need to go to work at about 8 a.m. I am in critical need of clean clothing. I need to cook food because I'm going to be working the next 2 days and won't have time to do it. And I refuse to eat out. And I want to spend time puzzling and I want to execute my creative idea. So I already have several things I want to do before going to bed at a decent hour so I can wake up. All right. Yet, instead of opting for FaceTime, I go out my way to make space for this friend. I keep trying to figure out where to look, but I make space for this friend in my schedule. And I'm like, yeah, 30 minutes. And we're like, yeah, we're going to meet up at 7. That's when I'm going to leave work. And I call them at 7 on the dot. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. And I leave the building. And then I take some selfies. And then I get in my car and it's already 7:13. So I'm like, all right. We said it's going to be 30 minutes. Understood. I get to the meeting spot, which had changed to a different place to do like a fun activity together. I figured it would help lessen the load. And I get there and before I know it, we done did the fun activity. We done sat and chatted. They helped me get some B-roll. And it's already been an hour, but that's fine. I signed up for this hour. And now I will do other things. There's already a lesson right there, right? To prioritize the plans I make with myself. I told myself I was going to do ABC. And now I'm adding D all up in it. I'm adding D all up in it when that's not supposed to be the focus. Yo, that was fire as heck. So nonetheless, I'm adding extra stuff in there that does not need to be there. When I could have easily done a FaceTime call while I was doing one of my other activities that I actually need to be doing, right? And this whole not knowing where to look thing is so funny. And I look forward to watching it later figure out. So, to stay on track, I prioritized meeting with this friend instead of prioritizing the plans I had already made with myself. And now it's like 2 hours. It's now like 9 o'clock. And I still want to do the creative idea and I still need to cook and I need to figure out when I'm going to do this laundry that really needs to be done, right? And maybe I can do tasks at the same time. The point is, right, I'm about to leave this friend, already been an hour, and they're like, oh, look at this thing over there. And I'm like, yep, it's a nice thing over there. And they're like, oh, you want to go buy that thing over there? And I'm like, no. And they're like, you don't want to go over there? I'm like, no, I have things to do. To me, it was clear the first time. if not the second time, right? But then my friend proceeds to ask, oh, you don't want to just like walk by it? And I'm like, no. And, you know, they're like, all right. I'm like, you are welcome to do that if that's what you like to do. But I do not have time to go to this bench. And they're like, all right, I'll go, you know, I'm gonna go to the bench, then I'm gonna meet you at your car, because they wanted a ride or whatever. Cool. And then that's when they run back. They're like, no, I'm gonna be at the bench for a while. I don't want to hold you up, which I appreciate, because I was not gonna wait that long, to be real. So I end up walking back to my car, and, you know, a little unsettled because I'm like, dang, like, it was supposed to be a 30-minute hangout. We done already hung out for like an hour. And I say no the first time. I've already expressed that I have things to do tonight. Yet, you do not respect my no the first time. I have to say it like 3-4 times. And part of that, you know, of course, you don't want to blame yourself, like that person, you know, just respecting boundaries. But I've set that as a precedent, right? That I will spend all my time with you. I will discard my priorities and make you my priority. And that's why they said no all this time, because I hadn't set boundaries a while ago. So moral of the story, moral of the story, set boundaries, stand by your boundaries. I'm grateful that the real moral is to prioritize what you need to prioritize and not put other people before the promises you make to yourself and before your own self-care. So me doing laundry, me cooking for myself, that's my self-care that I need to do to ensure that these next few days go well, right? And yesterday, I also prioritized, you know, hanging out with someone opposed to doing the things that I needed to do. And not no more. I must say, though, I am very proud of myself for saying no and standing by my no and not allowing things to turn into several hours. So that's something to pat myself on the back for. All right, y'all, that's it. I had to get it out my head because I almost hit somebody because my mind was somewhere else. I might edit that part out. No, I'm going to go to the story, y'all. Thank you for listening. Love on yourself. Prioritize the things that you need to do. Say no. Mean your no's. And hang out with people that respect your no's. Peace.